Ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling lazy today. I'm sure you are too. And we're going to learn some ways that we can make some coins while being pretty lazy and laid back for FC25. If you want your team looking like mine, or even better, you're in the right place and all you've got to do to say thank you is subscribe and join my free Discord. Do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby. Do you want to be playing with the best players in the game like this and not be stuck with teams like this? Okay. Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or the type of weekend league boost you need, and enter code PRORECOIL for 10% off of your order. So the easiest and laziest way to make coins is going to be investing. Why? Because all you've got to know is what's going to go up and when, and you can make your coins. For example, we've mass bidded on a load of Girouds here because we know 83s are at the absolute bottom that they can be. There's no way they can go lower, and of course there's going to be an SBC that makes them rise. There's going to be a state of the market which causes a rise on the lower end, so we just have to wait until they go. Now, something we did before the recent SBCs came out, before the daily challenge came out, is we went ahead and bought a load of Nelsons, Lewis's and Zappacosta. I'm going to put a screenshot on screen from the Discord, which is basically just telling you which ones to buy, which is of course the laziest way to do it if people are telling you, and there is a free section for the Discord. Now Zappacosta, obviously I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of him. I think we also got one in the club as well. You can see we've got one here. They went to 1,000 coins. So just by picking those up early doors before the SBC has released, we've got 1,300 coins a card minimum. So if we back out onto the transfer market just to make sure, Zappacosta, so if we go to 1,000 coins, 1,200, they're at 40 minutes. There's only a few pages. So we know we've got that one right. All we've got to do is go take advantage of this. Let's go to the transfer list and get rid of all the rest. Now we also invested in a load of 88s on the basis of an icon SBC coming out. Now they haven't risen to the point where I was looking for, which is 30k, but they have risen, and we've lazy listed all of them at 24k. So basically the aim behind a lazy list is we list it a little bit above what it might have risen to. Let's say that 88s have risen to 21k from 19. What we do is we list all of our investments at around 24k, maybe even 25, so that on the hour when people come up for an All Black, or when they come up for a Ruben Diaz or a Bernardo Silva, when they look at it, all of the ones on the hour look like around that price of around 25k. So lazy people are just going to look at that and go, right, cool, I'm just going to buy it. And that is where you make an extra bit of profit. Now you can do this every single day with your whole team. Even there's a lot of people who advise that as an investment method. Myself, obviously I've got Hernandez, Inform in my team. I could raise my profits kind of daily by just listing the whole team. So for example, Inform Hernandez, Inform Dembele, I put them up every single day and wait for someone to accidentally buy those cards. That's where you can make some extra profit. Now on Rico Lewis here, as you can see, we picked him up at 550 a piece. Now he's only gone to around 700 coins. We've not made as much of him, but profit is profit. So we're going to get him sold up at 657 for every single card. The other card we got is Reece Nelson. He actually went up a little bit more, so we can get maybe 900 out of him. Similarly, we're picking all these up at 450, 500, very, very low rating. A load out of some really big cards. What I would advise once this SBC kind of hype has turned down is to invest in the players that I've included in the screenshot. Now, of course, guys, I cannot stress enough how easy it is to get these investments through our free Discord. And something else you want to check on, obviously every week, rivals, squad battles, champs will always give a dip and an increase to the market. Of course, when there's a lot of supply, there is going to be something that is going to then change that over and have that dip and then come back. So obviously, if you do have the opportunity to take advantage of that, the best one, I think, in my opinion, is squad battles rewards and rivals rewards. Of course, champs, you've got the 3-day period where it can go up and down, whereas with the squad battles, I think everyone pretty much opens and bang on that morning on Sunday. Rivals, it's a little bit throughout the day, but the majority of people, it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, getting them done very, very quickly. Squad battles is the one where I think there's more injection into the market. You get your coin boost, and I think people are a little bit more willy-nilly with it. They'll get it up and they'll try and get a bit of profit as soon as possible. Now, the other thing you want to do just for some really, really easy coins is making sure you're doing any of these kind of SBCs, total rush challenges, marquee matchups. All of them accumulate, and marquee matchups gets you an absolute fortune. Now, a lot of you guys watch my videos for my trading tips on the sniping methods and things like that. But one thing you can do a lot in terms of your trading that is very lazy and very easy is your bidding method. So you saw I bid on a load of Girouds. They're going to sit there in my transfer targets until I want to go ahead and maybe list them all at maybe 1.5, 1.4, but that isn't for a while. Now, what you can see here as well is Nigerian managers who we invested in before are now a sniperable card. So previously we did a load of bids on these. We got a few at like 2.7, 2.5. They are now extinct at 5k. So we can ignore that nation for a little bit in terms of the managers, purely because it's not a biddable card. However, our French managers are at a state where we can bid on these and we can win a few. So let's see what they're priced at right now. Are they 3k? 3.5? Is it bang on that sort of 4k mark? So we can see 3.8. Now there's two options here. We can do compare price, which is another lazy method. You just sit here, X and B, wait for one to come up. As long as it is 3.6 or below, you're going to make 200 coins profit per card, because obviously they're selling at 4. So 3.6, we'll take that. Easy profit, 200 coins there or thereabouts. We could make more if we wait a little bit. We could list the card a little bit higher, but we're just going to get that profit immediately. We'll sell that there. We can obviously sit there and do more of that. We can go and get a 3.9, for example, go to the end here and wait for 3.6 to show up and do the same process again. We got that one there at 200. Of course, we're going to miss that one. Or we can go max price 3,000. I'd say 3,500 is a good point, and we can bid on every single one of these. We got one there that's coming out almost immediately. Now you can see a lot of these are very close to finishing off, because they're so close to the mark for buy nowing these cards that people are not willing to risk picking these up, because they're worried, oh, I'm going to pick this up and we're not going to make profit. That is a silly attitude, because every single one of these is guaranteed profit. I can pick up all of these knowing I can sell them at 4k. You can see they're all listed for 4. Now we could even sell some of these at 4. Let me get that one bidded on. We could even sell on some of these at 4.1, 4.2. We've made a mistake bidding on that one, if I'm honest, but we could even sell these a little bit lower. For example, if we're picking them up at 3.2, we can get it for 3.9, 3.8, sell it quicker. Obviously you're going to make mistakes if you're silly like me, if you're recording a video and you don't pay attention, but it doesn't matter. We're still going to be able to get a good bit of profit off of the ones that we have got. Let's just have a look there. 3.5, we'll bid that to 3.6. That's the max. 3.6 we will not bid on. I believe we've just won one. Let's have a look at our transfer targets. Let's have a look. So we've got this one here. She has just been won at 3.5. Instant sell on at 4k, 300 coins has been won there. Now you can see all my Girouds here. We do want to keep them, and we do want to keep them there. So we're not going to select any of them, but let's get her listed at that lovely price of 4k. Very quick turnaround, got her gone very fast. Now of course you can see with the Girouds there, they're not actually taking place on my regular market. You can also sell my other card has sold, so they don't even take place with the rest of the sort of filled up slots. So I can bid on up to, I think, 100 extra cards, and they're not going to take away from the bidding space that I have in my regular transfer market. They're not going to take away from the space that I have selling cards either. I've got mine pretty full at the minute. As you can see, we've got a lot listed, we've got a lot sat there, and realistically it's going to stay that way. We've got, I think, of the pages available, pretty much all of them have listings or cards sat here, as you can see, for investment. So I'm pretty sure I'm at like 95% capacity. So it's perfect for me that I can go and bid on cards and not need to use them immediately. Another card that's really good for bidding on, it's going to be your 88, your Oblaks, your Bernardo Silvas, the likes of those kind of cards. Also a really good one that I was really enjoying at the start of the year is Premier League. You want to go Defender, Play Styles Plus. It's actually the Women's Premier League and Chelsea. So if we have a look here at the defenders, what you will see is we've got Buchanan and we've also got Bright. Now we can win an absolute ton of these at a silly amount. So let's just have a look. First of all, 2.2. So these have gone back down a little bit. We can grab that one there and sell it on instantly actually for 2.4. Now 84s took a big jump, so they did go up a decent bit, but what we can do is we can still bid and make some profit. So we want to go 1.8 for these ones. You can see there's one there already at 1.1, so we're going to bid that to 1.5. Now what I did find at the start of the year, when Buchanan was going for kind of the 1.2, you were winning pretty much every bid. If she was going for like 1.3 or 1.4, you'd bid all of them at 1.2, you'd win them, you could sell them on for more profit. Now we did that a few times at the start of the year. You want to find cards, I mean, a lot of 84s have kind of gone up from that point that they were before, where you could just make instant profit buying and selling them, but it doesn't mean that you cannot make a decent bit of profit finding these with 83s. Similar situation, common cards as well. If you can get common cards from the Premier League at like 300 coins and wait till either SBCs come out that require commons or that require specific commons from specific nations. English Premier League players is the best one. Obviously Italian League, Italian players, these are all very good. You're going to be laughing and making a ton of coins. Now some easy ones to go ahead and do on your bidding. If we go to Premier League informs, if we have a look here, I think the cheapest ones, if we have a look, you've got Hudson Odoi. He goes for 12,000 coins. Now we can switch it up a little bit, go for different positions. If you go to the defender, you've got the likes of Van der Ven, you've got Gabriel, you've got Dragusin, who should be there as well. Now if we pop this to, I think 40k, let's just have a look at what their max is right now. 50k, we can get a Gabriel at, okay, Dragusin's a little bit cheaper, so let's have a look. Right now we can get a Dragusin for 42. You can get a Gabriel for maybe 50. So we put the max price on here for 35. We can bid up any of the Gabriels a little bit higher. We might want to bid them all the way up to 45. Van der Ven, I'd ignore. But we can bid up all of these Gabriels, any of the Dragusins to 35, around that mark, and get a guaranteed profit once we win those cards. Now, you're not going to win every single one, but you win 10 in maybe an hour and you make 5k profit on each of them. That is an absolute easy win. I apologize if I've not been enthusiastic as I usually am. I've got sinusitis, which basically just means my nose is awfully like mashed and I've got bare headaches, and like behind here just really hurts. So please bear that in mind. I am more enthusiastic if this is your first time to the channel. Check out 1k to 1 mil, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.